Wait, what is this for? Wait, what are we doing?
Hello, everyone. I am John the Crow, Director of Community at NinjaOne, and I have with me Dan Myers, our product manager in charge of backup. And he's not sure what I've brought him in here for, but I know what he's here for. He's here to tell us what's new about backup released in NinjaOne 8.0 because this is the final day, Dan. You are the cleanup hitter bringing things home for 8.0 week.
Yes.
And and what a fitting way to do it with backup. So we've covered all sorts of stuff remote. Luke joined us and talked about device tags, documentation updates. Yesterday we talked about, he talked about PSA things as well.
Oh, that thing's so
Yesterday,
cool.
yesterday we talked about patching and vulnerability management updates. And here we go. You're getting a shout out already. The backup man.
That's right.
I feel like we've got some other names. You of course, you started off the week as our DM PM, leading backup some bandwidth. But I like the backup man too. That's a good nickname.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, great. It's good to see everyone. And yeah, excited to tell you a little bit more about what we've had going on in our 8.0. I think I'm just kind of gonna go through a little bit of a list. Or I might be able to show you a couple as well. So we now have a job estimate, at least when a backup job is running and you're looking at the running tab. We do a decent job of explaining how long we think it will take, the remaining time left on that backup job, on that restore job. So we hope that will help give you a little bit of information, kind of also bring us up to a bit of feature parity on some other backup products out there. So we hope that you'll enjoy that. In our file folder, we are now allowing wildcards in the include exclude folder path. So if you've got some complex wildcard needs, we're going to be able to handle that for you now. Let us see here. A couple of miscellaneous items. Some of our main dashboards have a few extra sorting columns. And let's see here. We are also just about done with our image product going full GA. We have basically had our hybrid on our local backup portion of the image product be in an early access state for a while. We've got over 1,000 customers on that, which I didn't realize we had that many. A little much from an early access, but it's going great. And so that'll be coming fully GA, ready for you all to use. And I think the only thing I'd like to show in product here that I think is really helpful is we've adjusted one of our dashboard widgets here to the the sharing screen is happening way up there. Oh boy.
How big is your monitor, Dan? It makes it seem like your monitor is like
it's way up there. Hang on, it won't even give me a preview. So good luck. Hope I don't have anything confidential. Screen one.
Oh boy.
Allow.
So I can see a preview helpfully enough, and it looks as though it's just going to be the Ninja dashboard. So let's bring that bad boy up.
Phew, shared the right one. All right. So we come in here to our backup overview, and this widget right here has a new default. It used to be just today. Okay. And I find this quite useless if it says today, because when do most people run their backups? Maybe they have some ongoing daily jobs, but they probably are running them in the evening. Okay. And if you come in the first thing in the morning and you want to see your results, you might see a whole bunch of zeros, quite frankly. And I had a lot of people asking me for yesterday or last 3 days. And as a product manager, most of my job is to listen to our customers. So in this instance, I didn't listen to them at all. I did something completely different. What did I do? I gave last result. So this gives you the result, the last running job result of every plan for every agent. So if you have an image and a file folder and one of them was a success and one of them was a warning, you will see that indicated here. What is really nice about this is it gives you something to work from. So when you click on failed, it will bring up those agents that have last failed a job. And I'm in a test environment, so I got a whole bunch of just junk here. And you can fix each plan, run them, and when you come back to your dashboard, you should see a 9 here instead of a 10. A dashboard to me needs to have the most important actionable items that you need to know about to start your day. Many of you have heard me say this. I think backup is a team sport. Okay. It's my job to provide you a great product that's robust, versatile, has good alerting, has good resiliency across many different environments that our customers give us. But it's also your responsibility, in my opinion, to make sure that you're keeping up and making sure that things are good. Years ago, I had someone say, in the old times, "Hey, Dan, what's your problem? My backup hasn't run successfully for 2 months." Well, they actually did something on their end that caused that. But I said, actually, I didn't tell this to the customer, but I'm telling just you and me, Jonathan. Look, I feel like I'm responsible for the first 2 days, but where do you fit into this equation as well, right? And so that's where I think backup's a team sport. So we want to give you robust alerting and dashboard options so that you can really keep in touch with your jobs and their successes and warnings. So jobs last result is the default moving forward. You still have today, still have the last 7 days. We still have our filters that we have available here. So I'm always a big fan of looking at this last success greater than 2 days. Okay. And every webinar I get on, I want to make sure people are aware of this. We have a new condition for backup, and it is the ability to alert on a job that hasn't succeeded in X amount of hours. Okay. So when you're doing your daily server backup, give it a 27-hour alert window. Okay. Don't do 24, you do 24. What's going to happen right at the top of the hour when your backup runs? It says it hasn't run successfully in 24 hours, right? So do 25, 26. Okay. This will give you good visibility into if your backups are not succeeding. Right? You have a failed message. You have maybe a success message that you're processing elsewhere, but did the job complete? And this is nice because your servers, you can put this to 26 hours, and your workstations, you can put this to 106, right? Because maybe you don't need to be alerted so quickly. So those are some of the major things that we have in 8.0. We have any questions out there, Jonathan?
Let's see. Yeah, everybody, here's your chance. You've got Dan held captive. Take advantage of it. Ask him questions. Are there any things that you've run into? Are there things that, as you've been rolling out Ninja Backup, that you've seen that's been working well that you like? Are there things that you are hoping would be different? Any questions on what Dan just showed? One thing, like we've been mentioning throughout the week, if you see that you don't have access to anything, maybe you don't have access to Ninja Backup yet, you can reach out to your account manager and you can definitely make that change really quickly. One other thing I know, Dan, that people may be curious about is SaaS backup.
Yeah.
It's something that got a lot of attention. Gosh, maybe a month or so ago. Anything on that front that's been moving, or maybe for folks who missed those initial announcements, anything you want to say about SaaS backup?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, surprise, we have a SaaS backup product, and it has been working so well for our customers here, and we're getting more and more people into it every day. Um, for starters, here, this initial SaaS backup product offering has a third-party portal to get started in here. It's multi-tenant, so it also has unlimited storage, unlimited SharePoint, unlimited shared mailboxes. You basically pay a flat rate per licensed mailbox, licensed 365 account. We handle Microsoft 365 today, and Google is just right around the corner here. We're just waiting for Google to approve our global application, and we can bring that to you as well. In the future, this will be a fully integrated experience here into the NinjaOne platform. I know which screen to share this time. Feeling good. There we go. And so you'll be getting a very similar experience to what you're seeing in our backup dashboards today. So we will tell you, are you using Microsoft and QuickBooks at this organization? How many seats are you using? That same jobs last result will encompass that for your email accounts. Our goal is to be very clear about which accounts you are being backed up. We'd like to add additional enhancements to show that, hey, you might be on an auto enable for every mailbox. However, you have excluded this, or maybe you're not on an auto add mailbox, and we can alert you that this is an available seat to update to add to your backup. So we want to give you the same dashboard experience that you're used to in our backup product and many other the Ninja products. This integration, these dashboards will be coming in a couple of releases. The most upcoming release in 9.0, so we're here for 8, we'll talk about 9, will have the ability to go ahead and create organizations directly from the Ninja portal so that you don't have to manually perform those actions in our third-party portal. Our SaaS product is pretty darn cool. We're really excited about it. And so please reach out to us or let us know if you are interested here in chat, and we can look to try and help plug you in.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Dan. And I dropped a link for those interested. Dan's already given a great highlight of what's new. He mentioned that there's a lot going on, right? And things are developing all the time. We're talking about 8.0, and 9.0 is already, I'm sure for Dan and some of the developers already quickly, that data is coming very, very quickly. We're looking, I think, at the end of Q2. And if you look at the roadmap, you'll see some of the things that are coming down further. But backup, lots of work. I mean, it's incredible, Dan, like how much has been coming down and how much has been developed in terms of backup. It's changed a ton in the past just 6 months, a year. So Trevor here has a question. Just broad timeline, and this is something, full in terms of the fully entering the SaaS.
Yeah, sure. So we're looking at what it means to be fully integrated, right? Some things make sense to 100% put in the Ninja portal, and some do not. So, for example, our early iterations will be about pulling data, showing you data, those dashboards that I showed you, and showing you live data. What's your success? What's your failed? How many accounts are backed up? How many seats? Okay. For actions, such as the configuration, such as an actual restore piece, we still think that's better served immediately in the other portal. But what we are doing is we are streamlining. We're removing the need for you to have to go manually log into those third-party portals, the additional portal. And so you'll be able to click manage. You'll be able to click restore, and you will be automatically signed in directly into the existing portal for that organization, ready to take your action. Now, how much are we going to put in the Ninja? I'm not quite sure yet. We're going to keep exploring that. Obviously, our number one goal is for you to have functional, great experience using our product in the NinjaOne single pane of glass, right? And if we have to take you anywhere, we want it to be a seamless experience. It may not make sense to bring Restore in the first year. That's a huge workflow and model that perfectly exists. You restore very infrequently, but it's there for when you need it, right? You set up a new account very infrequently, but it's there when you need it. So we're trying to approach this very strategically. What we are focusing on is making sure we're bringing you new great products along with this. Sometime in Q2, we'll be unveiling our archiving SKU and product line of the SaaS backup, which allows you to have a always on email backup. So currently we're doing a 12 times a day backup. And with this archiving feature, you'll always be backing up. We basically create a journal. You can never miss an email and always back it up. This will also have such features as like a legal hold and compliance review capability. Along with archiving, we're bringing Entra ID backup. So being able to back up the Entra ID users, groups, Intune policies, configurations, those are becoming so important to back up just as much as a regular user account. So what we want to focus on with the integration is bringing these features to you to get the most value, lower your management expense of the product, right? So that you don't have to be going multiple areas. And then we'll continue to bring additional quality of life things to the platform. Yeah, hopefully that helps answer the question.
Yeah, no, thanks, Dan. And Trevor, let me know if you have any follow-up questions, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that hints at also the nature of backup is really changing too. I mean, there's different, Intra is a great example of that. But yeah, no, thanks for the thoughtful answer there, Dan. Yeah, well, I think, these are designed really quick hits in terms of the streams. We've gotten some good feedback on it. Now that we're wrapping up 8.0 week, let us know. You know how to find us in the Discord. You can comment on the YouTube recordings here themselves, but give us feedback. Did you like this shorter format where we're digging a little bit deeper into the individual products or feature sets of Ninja with each major release?
And I gotta say, yeah, right, yeah. So I also got to say that we have one more feature coming out this summer, but it hits our alpha in 9. So, and that is our boot verification system, taking your servers backed up in our image product and proving that they can boot in the cloud. We'll spin them up directly in an AWS instance, give you information about how long it took, key services running, and show you a screenshot of the login screen. Because if you're not testing your backups, do you really have backups? With NinjaOne, I can tell you you do, but you should be testing your backups and being prepared for that plan. So that is another feature that we are actively working on. It works really great right now. Now we're just working on doing it 10,000 at a time in large orchestration.
So that's awesome. And I think a lot of the folks that we're seeing in here in the chat are super plugged in, right? And more people are going to be watching the recording afterwards on YouTube. I'm imagining that, Trevor Moore, like others here, are already in the folders. They've signed NDAs. They're early access folks. But for anyone who is interested in that, being an early tester, you want to get heads up of the alphas that are coming out and the betas and being able to go in and test. The best way to do that is to talk to your account manager. You can also, in Discord, if you're a member there, which you should be, you can always ping community managers, mods, and we can help you out there too. You can also bug Dan directly.
It's true.
Is that the best way, Dan, to get access to, if someone wants to be an early tester?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Dan, unless there's anything else you wanted to highlight, and folks, if you have any other questions, now's the time. I think we can wrap up 8.0 week, and I really appreciate you taking time to help us do so.
Of course. Yeah. Happy to be here.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Happy Friday. Don't run anything live in production today. And we'll see you a little bit later. This is in for 8.0 week. We're going to return to our regular scheduled programming, which means not live streams every single day. But there's still a lot happening. As always, you can check here on YouTube. We'll have all of our live upcoming events available for you to check. Hey, yes, alert me when that's happening. Same thing with Discord too. So thanks to everybody. And Dan, thank you.
My pleasure. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody.
See ya.